Good morning, everyone. This is Erica. I am going to lead a yoga flow this morning. Can everyone hear me? I'm going to set it up over here so you can see me, and then let's test if you can hear what I'm saying. Good morning, Elena. Okay. Can you hear me over here? All right, if you can't hear me, just make a comment and I'll yell louder. Okay, so this morning, we're gonna work on being mindful with our bodies and with our hearts. Yoga means union, so it's just the union of our body and of our minds. So it's not just stretching, even though a lot of the poses look like stretching. It really is to get our bodies and minds ready for the day. So if you can, find a comfortable seated position. Right now, I am on my knees. You can also sit with your crisscross applesauce in easy pose, or you can sit on a chair. So I have a chair back here. I will show some modifications of poses for friends who might have mobility limitations. I will always show the full pose first, and then I'll show a modification on the chair. Okay, so we're sitting down, nice and comfortable. We're getting settled, waking up, rubbing our eyes, a little groggy. Awesome. Sit really nice and tall. Imagine there's a string pulling your head really, really high up. Awesome. Take a big breath into your belly. Big breath out. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breath into your bellies. Big breath out. 1 more time. Big breath in. And big breath out. So before we start doing the yoga sequences, think of an intention, a goal that you want to set, either for today or for this class. So an intention could be, I want to be focused on my body, or I want to think about my breath today, or I want to have a happy day. All these intentions are great. So take a couple moments to think about that as you sit down and settle in. I'll give you about 10 seconds to think. And remember, if you can't hear me, just let me know. Awesome. All right, sit really nice and tall again. Remember that string pulling you up. All right, take a big breath in. Breathe out. Inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. And inhale them back down. 2 more times. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more time. And breathe out. This time, breathe in, bring your arms up. Your right hand goes all the way down and you reach over for a nice stretch. Good. Take 3 breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice morning stretch. Breathe in and out. Last time, in, out. 1 more time. Breathe in and then the other side. Breathe out to stretch. 3 big breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Out. 1 more big breath. And breathe out. Reach both arms up. Take a big breath in and we're going to twist our bodies to one side. Good. We're going to keep doing that. So breathing in, go up. Breathing out to twist to the other side. Breathe in to go up. Breathe out to twist. 1 more time. Breathe in to go up. Breathe out to twist. So if you're doing this with the chair, it looks like this. Slidey. You're sitting on a chair. You can sit really nice and tall, so make sure that your back is not slouched. You want to be really tall. You're breathing in, and then you're just twisting over to one side. And then breathing in, breathing out. Awesome. Good job, friends. All right, so sitting back in your easy pose or on your chair. After you breathe in, one more time, breathe all the way up. Put your hands together and bring them all the way down in front of your chest. This is our prayer pose. It kind of sets our intention and seals the yoga for the morning. So take a breath in and breathe it out. Awesome. Your hands are gonna go up and down like a cactus. So you want your shoulders not to be all the way by your ears. Relax your shoulders down. Try and get your arms to be 90 degrees. Awesome. Take a big breath in from your chest. Breathe out, close like you're clapping your hands together. Good. 3 more times. Breathe in. Just warming up our shoulders. Breathe out. 1 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome. Now open your hands again. Breathe in. We're going to rotate down as much as we can as we breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Now, breathe in. Keep your arms here like an airplane. Breathe out. Bring them to your sides. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Breathe in. Shoulders down. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good job. 1 more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. And kind of shake your shoulders out. Relax them. Roll them back if you need. Roll forward. Awesome. All right. Let's move to our chairs. So if you are sitting on the floor, you can do this on the floor as well. But I'm going to show you on the chair. Pulling my chair forward. We're going to do seated cat-cow. So if you're on the floor, your hands are just on your knees. If you're in your easy pose, which is your crisscross applesauce, your hands are also on your knees. Awesome. So this is called our seated cat-cow. Nice and tall body. We're going to inhale, bring your chest up and your head tilts back. And then exhale, curl as much as you can like you're trying to hide. Oh. 3 more times. Inhale up. And exhale, curl. Good job. I'll show you sideways 2 more times. Inhale up. And exhale, curl. 1 more time. Inhale up. And exhale, curl as much as you can. Great. And relax. Good work. As we're doing our yoga today, make sure that you're thinking about, you're noticing how your body's feeling, if there's any aches or pains, if there's any clouds in your mind. We'll talk a little bit about mindfulness towards the end. So just kind of be noticing where your body is at today. And know that when we do yoga, sometimes our bodies feel super achy and we don't want to do it. That's okay. Just sit and watch. Join in when you can, and know that you are watching over your own body. Okay, so everybody is different. Awesome. Alrighty, we're gonna sit with our legs outstretched. Let's move this and see if we can figure this out. Cool, so your legs are outstretched, just like that. Awesome. You're gonna reach all the way up, keep your crown super tall, breathe in, and breathe out, just lean forward with a flat back as much as you can. And then breathe back up, breathe out, flat back. 2 more times, breathe in, breathe out. Last time, breathe in, and breathe out. Good. Now do that 2 more times, and this time, after you breathe out with a flat back, you can go all the way down and take a nice stretch. As you're doing that, I'll show you how to do that on the chair. So if you're on the chair for your breathing, you can put your legs out as straight as you can. Sit really nice and tall. Inhale your arms up. Exhale just as much as you can with a flat back. So the same thing, inhaling up, exhaling down, and then when you're ready, inhale all the way up, exhale down, and roll as far as you can. And then you take 2 or 3 nice breaths here into your back. Awesome job. Stay seated on the ground. Hi, Bee. with your legs outstretched. I wish you could see. There we go. Legs outstretched, seated on the ground. Your feet are pointed up as much as you can. And then we're gonna open our legs up just a little bit, not a full straddle stretch, but we're gonna reach for each side. So reach as far as you can. If you can't reach your toes, reach your shins, reach your knees, all is fine. All right. Put this back. I gotta get a stand for this. So you're reaching with your hands wherever you can reach, keeping that back nice and flat. Take a big breath in with a flat back. Breathe out, bend your back, roll down. 2 more times, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, roll down. Good. I'll face the front. So your legs are still outstretched. Your hands are still wherever you can reach them. You're going to breathe in both arms. One arm is going to reach for one side of your foot. Good. Breathe in and breathe out the other side. Just a nice side stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time each side. Breathe in, breathe out. Last time. And breathe out. Good. Shake your legs out. Okay, this next exercise is more for mindfulness. It's one of my favorites. It's really weird. It's called an eye exercise. So your arms, hi Rachel, your arms are out in front with your thumbs out, kind of like at eye level. Awesome. You're gonna sit really tall, open your arms to the sides. Just, you don't wanna be too wide, just kind of like a little angle. So the goal is to breathe and look with your eyes. So just look at my eyes. We're just looking right and left. We're not turning our bodies. We're trying to work on our peripheral vision. So you're looking right with your eye as much as you can to your thumb and look back in the center. It's kind of weird. Look to your left thumb as much as you can without turning your head and look to the center. Awesome. One more time to the right. Waking up our eyes, and one more time to the left. Cool. Bring your arms right in front of you, your thumbs also right at eye level. So now we're gonna bring our arms split up just a little bit. Your eyes are gonna go up and down 3 times without moving your head. So we just wanna try and move our eyes to look up and down and up and down, and one more time, up and down, and then switch. All right, 3 times looking up and down, up and down, up and down. Awesome. All righty, let's get to our standing poses. So if you are on your chair, you can stay on your chair. I'll show you the modification soon. If you're on your knees, you can stay on your knees for now. I will show you what we're gonna do and we'll do it together. All right, so we're gonna work on the squat pose. So a standing squat pose, you want your legs to be just a bit further apart. We're gonna open up our hips this morning. Your toes are pointed outwards. You can see my toes are pointed outwards. So you're just gonna lean back, toes pointed outwards, lean back and squat down as much as you can without lifting your heels. Good. So if you need a wider stance, go ahead. Because if you're lifting your heels, that's not really comfortable. You can get a wider stance and just go as low as you can. Awesome. If you would like to go all the way down, you can keep your legs close to each other and go as far down as you can. Good. We're gonna push our knees with our elbows, opening up our hips, squeezing your hand in the middle. So this is a little bit of a challenging pose. This is the full expression of the pose. If you're here, that's great. If you're here, that's great. If you're on the chair, you're sitting, your legs are wide, and you're pushing them with your arms. Awesome. Take 3 breaths here. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Awesome. All right, so from these poses, if you're down here, you You want to stand all the way up, breathe in, and then just ragdoll down, shake it out as much as you would like. Great. Stand on up and join me just standing. Yeah. If you don't have a mat, that's great, that's okay. If you have a mat, join me at the front of your mat. So we're standing in our mountain pose now. We're gonna start sun salutations. In yoga, that is a general sequence that helps our bodies to wake up, to get ready for the sun. It provides heat in our bodies. I'm already sweating. So we're standing with our feet on the ground. Our arms are side by side, palms facing up. Shoulders roll up and back. Good. Tall body. Imagine a string is pulling you up and there are roots down in your toes. It helps to rock back and forth to find your balance, and left and right to find your balance. Awesome. Once you found your balance, find stillness. Take a big breath into your belly and breathe out. Great. Inhale your arms up and bend your knees, reach your toes as you exhale. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. So touch your shins or your thighs. Exhale, go all the way down. Inhale, lift all the way back up. And exhale to our prayer pose. We're gonna do that 3 more times. I'll do it sideways for you as well. So you're in your mountain pose, you're inhaling up. Exhale, roll all the way down, bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, roll down. Inhale all the way back up. Great, keep doing that if you're standing. I'll show you the version on the chair. So if you have a chair with a back like this, you're in your mountain pose, you can have one hand holding, or you can just kind of have it for support. So inhaling, arms up. Exhaling if you want to bend, but you don't really want to go too far. You can use the chair to support you going down. And just let your neck hang here. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, roll down. And inhale all the way back up. All right, no matter how you're doing it, let's do it one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, roll all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, roll down. Inhale all the way up. And exhale down. Great job. Again, as we're doing our movements, we want to make sure that we are noticing what our body's feeling. Notice, oh, there's an ache here. That's okay. There's an ache here. That's okay. We're just moving our bodies to get them ready for the day. So we're still in our mountain pose. Your left leg is going to cross over as much as you can. So you don't want to go too far. Just kind of cross over a step. Your left arm goes up. Right arm grabs your wrist, if you can see. We're going to take a big breath in and pull up. Exhale, side bend. Good. One more time, breathe in. And exhale, side bend. Breathe in. Exhale, side bend. And breathe in to come back to neutral. Good. We're switching sides. The right leg goes across. Right arm. So it's same arm and same leg. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. It helps to squeeze your legs together for balance. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Great. And shake it out. All right. We're going to do figure 8 arms today. So I'm going to move my chair. So if you're seated on the chair, you can still do this. You're just seated, and your arms are going to go in figure 8. And we're going to do this 10 times. So if you're standing, it's the same thing. You're just standing nice and tall and figure 8 arms. Awesome. So let's do that 10 times together. The goal is to let your arms just hang. Just let them go as heavy as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can move your body too. 6. Make it as big as you want. 8. Last 2. 10. And relax. Awesome. I love it. All right. We're going to start our warrior sequence. So before we do that together as a sequence, hi Stephanie, I'll show you kind of a breakdown of what each movement is, and then we'll do it together for a couple times, okay? So if you're standing without a chair, you're gonna start in your mountain pose. Arms will come up and into your heart position. One leg goes behind you as far as you can for a nice lunge. Yeah? So you want your top knee to be directly over your ankle. You don't want it in front or behind. So only go as low as you can. The back leg, I'll show you. Back leg is super strong. You don't want it down. Super strong and up. Okay? So your arms are here. You're in your high lunge or your warrior one. Both your hips are facing front as much as you can. You can also put your hands on your hips to help you to balance, or your hands out like an airplane. Awesome. So if we're in warrior one, we're here. The other side looks like this. Other leg steps back just far enough. Knee directly over ankle and sink down. Core pulled in and engaged. You want it to be nice and strong, protecting your back. Awesome. If you have a chair, there are a couple options. One option is holding the back of your chair. Again, just stepping back with one leg and using the chair as support. So you might need to scooch forward a little bit. Make sure your knee is not in front or behind, just directly over. Use the chair to keep your chest nice and tall. Awesome. Another version for the chair is seated version. So if you're seated down, sit at the edge of the chair and one leg goes in front and just kind of like a weird half split. So you're really relaxed, but you're stretching out your quads here and you're turning to face the leg that has the knee up. You can have your arms up or you can push away to keep your chest stretching. Good. The other side looks like this. You're opening one leg. Kind of weird split here. Make sure you find that quad stretch. Inhaling up or pressing away. Awesome. So that's warrior one. Warrior two looks like this. From your warrior one pose, that you're here, you're in your lunge. Warrior two is an opening up of your hip pose. Let's see, I'm gonna face this way, good. So, all you're gonna do is your hips are gonna turn open. And the back leg is going to go down, okay? Your arms are out, really nice and strong. I wish I had more space in this room. Let me see if you can see the whole body. So your warrior two, awesome. Your leg is still, knee is still directly in line with your ankle, not in front, not behind. Your back leg is nice and strong. Arms really strong out. You're gonna look towards the front arm, the one with your knee. Just kind of looking out, noticing what your body feels here, breathing. Awesome. If you're trying this at home, take 2 or 3 breaths here, getting used to this. Shoulders not up, but down. Good. You can try it on the other side. The other side, start in your warrior one, and then you're gonna open your hips, rotate, rotate, rotate to your warrior two. Good. Reaching really high, reaching really high, reaching really far out. Awesome. And then switch back to warrior one, just rotating that hip so you see how I'm rotating. Good. And then come back. Sweet. All right, we're gonna put all of those things together. Oh, hi friends. We're gonna put all those things together with our sun salutations. There are downward dogs in this. If you would like to do a downward dog, you can. I'll show you what it looks like. If you're not doing downward dog, just skip. Either holding a warrior longer or skip to just standing in your mountain pose and breathing. Noticing what your feet feel like on the ground today. Noticing what it feels like to just be still. It's really hard to be still, especially when all this stuff is going on. Things can get really scary. So being still helps us to bring our body and mind back in this moment. Awesome. So our downward dog looks like this. You're in your mountain pose, you're reaching down, and you're kind of walking out like a bear walk. It's kind of like a bear walk. But you want to be in a nice inverted triangle here. Awesome. Your arms are like you're palming a basketball. You're pushing the ground away, and you're letting your neck relax. If your legs can't be straight, that's okay. You can bend them. We just kind of want our hips to tilt forward. Good, so this is a downward dog. You can also stay in a child's pose like this, or you can use the chair to tilt all the way back into a nice back stretch here, letting your neck relax. Great, let's do our sun salutations. Awesome. I will do them full out. If you have questions about chair stuff, you can just ask about it. If not, I'll just do the full version. All right, so we're standing in our mountain pose, making sure our roots are in the ground. Our string is pulling us up nice and tall. Good job. Take a big breath in. Big breath out to roll down, bend your knees. Big breath in, halfway lift. Breathe out, plant your hands. We're going to downward dog here. So again, you can stay in downward dog. You can go straight down here, or you can stay in a tabletop. Awesome, so wherever you're at, take 2 big breaths in, downward dog or tabletop. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're gonna walk our hands to our feet and slowly roll up as we breathe in. Good. We're stepping our right foot back. If you get the wrong foot, it doesn't matter because we're gonna do both sides. Awesome. So you're stepping 1 foot back for your warrior 1 lunge. Remember, the knee is directly over the ankle. Your hips are facing the front. Chest and core pulled in, nice and tall. Good. Your arms can stay here or go up. Take 3 big breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. Really sink into the stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more time, breathe in, breathe out. Hands come back to center. Step back together, nice balance. Oh, good. And we're switching legs. So the left leg goes back, or the opposite leg. Knee directly over ankle. Good. Arms up, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Good, breathe out. 1 more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Stay here. Hands on your hips. We're gonna open to warrior 2 on this side. So you might need to adjust a little bit. That's okay. Make sure the front knee is still just over the ankle. Your back leg is firmly on the ground. You can keep your hips here, your hands on your hips, or arms reach out for both sides of the room. Shoulders not up, lower them down. Good. Take a big breath in. Looking to your front hand, breathe out. The hand where your knee is bent, breathe in. Breathe out. This time, breathe in, reach forward, and rotate. There we go. And come back up. 1 more time. So we're just rotating as much as we can. If you can't go all the way down, just put your hand to support your knee and reach, okay? Ready? Breathe in, breathe out, rotate wherever you're at. Balance. Breathe in, breathe out to rotate. And 1 more time, breathe in, breathe out to rotate. And come all the way up. You can hold your hands or you can just step back together. That's okay. All right, let's do it on the other side. So we did our left leg. We're doing our right leg now, or the opposite side that you didn't do. You're gonna face this way. So your leg steps back into your lunge. Awesome, hands on your hips. You're gonna rotate your hip open to your warrior 2. Again, you can adjust your stance as long as your front knee is over your ankle. Good. Arms reaching out, looking to the front hand, the one where your knee is bent. We're gonna breathe 3 times. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow your hips to open. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more time, breathe in, breathe out. Now breathe in, reach forward, the same thing. Breathe out and stretch wherever you're at. So if you're super flexible today and can go all the way down, go for it. Just make sure you're taking care of your body, okay? Breathe in, breathe out wherever you want to stretch. 1 more time, breathe in, breathe out. Ooh, balance. And come back up. Shift back to regular stance. Shake it out. Awesome. That was really good. All right, standing again in mountain pose. We're going to do some shoulder openers. So clasp your hands together in the back. They look like this. You can also, if you can't quite reach your hands, you can find like a towel. I'm going to grab a little dress I have. You can hold on to a towel, like that. So it's still stretching your shoulders, but you are not struggling to reach your hands. So if you're using a towel, great. If you're using your hands, clasp them together. Awesome. So your shoulders are rolling back, really opening your chest, lifting up here. Take a big breath in, big breath out. 2 more times. If you want to stretch even more, so you can either stay here or you can go forward. So I'll show you what we're doing going forward. If you're staying here, just take 2 or 3 breaths in this pose. Awesome. If you're going forward, breathe in. Breathe out, bend your knees and lean as far forward as you can. Allow your hands to go down. There's a nice weight. Take 3 breaths here to come up. Inhale and come back up. Awesome. So if you're here, 2 or 3 breaths. If you're here, 2 or 3 breaths on your own. Go for it. I will breathe with you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time. Breathe in to slowly come up and unwind. Shake it out. Awesome. So as we keep doing our more shoulder opening sequences, they get a little tougher. So I'm gonna ask you to be mindful. So being mindful is just noticing what your body is feeling and noticing what your mind is feeling. So sometimes we're doing hard poses that don't feel super easy. Our brain can say, oh, I don't want to do this. That's okay. So notice that that's happening and do what's good for your body. So yoga is not about perfecting the poses. It's more about noticing what is going on in the moment and following what your body needs. So you guys know your body the best. All right, so we're gonna do our eagle pose. So your arms are out like a T. I'll show you this way. You're gonna cross 1 under, 1 over. All right, I'll do it facing this way. You're crossing 1 under, 1 over. Now, you can stay here if that's enough of a stretch. If not, you can hug your shoulders. If that's enough of a stretch, stay here. Take 3 or 4 breaths. If you need more, lift your elbows up and breathe here. If you need even more, your arms can come back to back and breathe here. So it looks like this. When you're doing this, you want your elbows not to be down. Lift them all the way up. So you're feeling a stretch right here. Awesome. If you need even more, try and clasp your hands together and breathe here. So let's breathe wherever we're at. 3 big breaths. And out. Noticing what your body feels, being mindful. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. And slowly unwind, shake it out. Let's do the other direction. So if you put your right hand under at first, switch it out. Your left hand goes under. It's a little tricky. So again, start here if you want, or hug. Lift your elbows, or back to back. If you need more, you can twist all the way and grab. Just make sure your shoulders are down. Awesome. Let's take 4 big breaths here wherever you are at. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shoulders down. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out and let it go. Shake it out. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do our chair pose now. So I will show you with the actual chair what this looks like, and then if you're not using the chair, I'll show you the modification after. So a chair pose is a really good pose to stabilize your hips and your lower body. It also tightens up your core. So you're standing in your mountain pose, holding onto your chair if you're using a chair. Your feet can be slightly apart, but you want to make sure they're not too wide, okay? Because it just won't feel very good. So slightly apart, or together if you would like. Awesome. You're leaning your hips back just like you're about to do a squat, like a workout squat, and then you're bending down. So you want your knee as much as possible to be directly over your ankle. It's gonna be really tricky, and that's okay if it doesn't go all the way. So go only as low as you can, keep your core engaged, hold on to the chair if you need. If you want to slowly move, you can put your hand in prayer, you can put your other hand in prayer, and lift your chest. Lower your butt just a little bit more. Squeeze your legs together. Good. So this is our full modification of chair pose. You can always stay here. You can also hold on to the wall if you have a wall. Up to you. All right, we're gonna do that 4 times together, either with a chair or on your own. Standing in your mountain pose. Breathe in. Breathe out, lean back, squeeze your legs together. Bring your chest in. Good, breathe in. Breathe out, sink a little lower if you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And lift all the way up. Good, that was awesome. All right, my friends. Hello, I'm teaching a class. That's Nathan. Awesome, okay. So our next pose is the 5-star pointed pose. So usually in a yoga class, we go through a flow kind of quickly, but because this is a beginner gentle flow, we're just breaking down each pose and holding them and being really mindful with our bodies. If this is super easy and not something that you've already done before, just make a comment, and then the next yoga class, we can make it a quicker flow. Awesome. Okay. So our legs are nice and wide. Our arms are nice and wide like a star. As wide as you can. You're really reaching your arms out and legs out, keeping your core engaged. Good. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. We're gonna reach side to side. So big breath in. Big breath out, just reaching as much as you can without tilting your hips. So you wanna keep that nice stretch. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. And relax those shoulders. You can swiggle your hips around if you want, just a little bit. All right, so we're gonna do our gate pose. So we can do it on the ground or on the chair. I'll show you the chair. Gate pose is a good hip opener. So you're sitting, it's kind of like our lunge or warrior 1 pose. You're sitting on the edge of your chair. One leg stays up. Move just a little bit so your leg that's up is halfway on the chair, so you're kind of like falling off. Hold on to the side of the chair if you need to. If you want to challenge your balance, you can reach out. Your left leg, the leg that's hanging off, goes directly out to the side. Good. You can also take your left hand, the same hand as the leg, reaching out and hold on to above your knee, reaching up and over. It's a really nice morning side stretch. Good. Wherever you're at, take a breath in and take a breath out. Do 2 more breaths like this. If you're not using the chair and you're using the ground, this is what it looks like. You're kneeling and your leg just comes out and you're doing the stretch. Good. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And slowly come back. Switching legs. So if you're kneeling, that left leg stays there, the right leg comes out. If you're on the chair, we just switch legs. Great. Reach up and over, and 3 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, out. 1 more time, breathe in, breathe out, and come back together. Good. That was really awesome. All right, on to some balancing poses. These are my favorite poses. We're gonna do about 2 balancing poses and take some time with them, and then we'll lay down for our mindfulness session. Awesome. Okay, the first balancing pose is a tree pose. I'll show you with the chair what it looks like. So if you have a high chair, You're gonna, instead of facing the chair, you're gonna face front. One hand is gonna be on the chair. Choose a leg. So I'm gonna say, if your right hand is on top, your right leg is the one who's down. So your left leg comes up, okay? So tree pose, it just encourages our body to be rooted and to be strong. So holding onto your chair, lifting your body nice and tall, lean against the inside leg, the right leg. Your left leg can come up as a tripod, hand on your hips, hand out, it's up to you. Or if you're feeling really good with your balance, it can come up under your knee. If you're feeling really good, you can grab and bring it up as much as you can, squeezing the leg to your thigh, making sure your core is engaged. You can also bring your arm up. If you're feeling super confident today, let go of your chair. Awesome. So if you're not using your chair, it looks exactly the same. You're just starting in a mountain pose, leaning on one leg, starting with a tripod. You can have your hands here or here, it's up to you. And then if you feel really confident, not wobbly, like me, putting up. If you want to move further, bring your leg all the way up and go as high as you can. Good. Rooting down to the ground, lifting up your body. Take a breath in. Whichever balance you're at, great. If you want to move even further, your arms can dance like a dancing tree. Have fun with this. I love balancing poses. If you fall out of the pose, come back in, laugh at yourself. Take one more breath in and out, and slowly release. All right, shake it out. Switch legs. Again, if you're using the chair, just switch sides. Same thing, leaning on the supporting leg, starting with your tripod, going up, going up. If you're doing without the chair, mountain pose. Lean on your supporting leg. Arms can be out if you want. Start in your tripod. Now, notice that one side of your body might be different. So I know this side of my body doesn't really want to go very high. It can probably go here, but it doesn't really like going up there. So I'm going to keep it over here. Good. Wherever you're at, 2 breaths in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Good balancing. Breathe out. If you want, you can dancing tree. Have fun with it. You can do whatever. Whoa, that's a little trickier. But you can dance for a breath or two. And out. And slowly come out. Shake it off. Awesome. You did your awesome balancing pose with the chair, without the chair, or with a wall. That's really great. Our next balancing pose is called frog pose. So, a seated frog pose is sitting right on the edge of your chair as far forward as you can. So it's a balancing pose. So the chair supports you, but you want to, I'm going to do the side of this. So you want to make sure that your bottom is as far forward as you can, so there is kind of a little balance. If you're feeling a little nervous, hold on to the chair, right? Do what is good for your body today. So you're in front. Your legs are going to go together like that. All right? Engage your core. So pull your belly button in and up. Lift your head nice and high. So you're kind of balancing on your toes here. If you want to let go one hand, great. Let go 2 hands, great. If you want to lean forward just a little bit so you feel kind of that core engagement, great. If you're here, stay here and hold, breathing for 5 breaths. I'll show you what it looks like in the full expression. So that was the chair one. The full expression is a little trickier. Your feet are together, kind of like a first position in ballet, and then your hands are in your heart. You're gonna go like a squat, but this time you can lift your ankles. Lift down as much as you can. So if you're here and you're just experimenting with your balance, you can stay here for 5 breaths, just doing this over and over again. If you wanna go further, you can try and go down, burning, as much as you can. If you wanna go even further, bring your heels as close together and try and balance here. You can bring your hands up too, or here. Awesome. Wherever you're at, take 5 breaths together. Breathe in, breathe out. If it gets too much, you can always go up. It's harder this way actually. Breathe out. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And slowly come up. Awesome. We're gonna start winding down so that we get our bodies a little bit more calm. So open your legs up just a little bit wider than your hips, and we're gonna do a rotation. So it's kind of like our figure 8, but this time we're gonna let our body just swing. So part of being mindful is noticing what your body needs. So if you're tired right now and your body needs rest, that's okay. You can just kind of sway, enjoying being still in your mind, enjoying this moment. If your body's like, I have so much energy, let me move, then you can sway more, like that. So we're kind of just letting our arms go, letting it hit our body. If you're in the chair, you can do this seated down. The same way, just make sure you don't hit your arms on the back of the chair. So you're just moving your shoulders. You can also just do like that if you would like. So it's a nice, relaxing twist. Do about 3 more rounds. It's also getting your body used to moving and turning. Helps you with dizziness. All right. Awesome, friends. So we're about to do our mindfulness portion. So in yoga, at the end of a yoga class, we end with a shavasana. That just means it's a resting pose. So typically in a yoga class, people lay down on their backs, but really it's about what your body needs. So if you want to stay on a chair, leaning all the way back, just making sure you're not slouching, you're just kind of leaning back. You can stay on the chair for shavasana. You can lay flat on the ground like this. Flat on the ground. You can't really see me flat on the ground, but I'm laying flat on the ground on my back. Or you can lay flat on the ground on your belly or on your side, whatever feels good to you. If you would like to just sit on the ground too, with your eyes kind of relaxed, go for it. So I'm gonna lead you in a little mindfulness exercise. So whether you're sitting on the ground, you're laying on your back or your belly, or you're sitting on the chair, you can either close your eyes, or if that doesn't feel safe to you, you can keep a soft gaze. So a soft gaze is kind of just looking directly in front of you, not really focusing on anything like what I'm doing right now. Awesome. So settle in. The first thing to do is to breathe. Take a big breath in wherever you're at. And breathe out.
Hello.
Breathe in. And breathe out. One more breath, settling your body. Breathe out. Awesome. So wherever you're at, if you're laying down, you're seated, your eyes are closed or open. Nathan, your eyes are closed or open. That's okay. I'm going to talk you through a body scan. So all you need to do is kind of imagine what I'm talking about in your mind. Okay. So notice your toes. Just notice what they're feeling. Notice if there's some tension, and then slowly let that tension go. Notice your feet and your ankles. You can wiggle them if you want. Let any tension melt away into the ground that you're sitting on. Notice your shins and your knees. Slowly wiggling them if you want, or just releasing tension with your mind. Notice your hips and your thighs. They did some really good work for you today. Release tension in them. Notice your hips and above, so your waist, your ribs, your heart, releasing tension as you notice them. Notice your shoulders, your upper back. Go all the way down your arms to your wrists, Think about your individual fingers. If they're holding any tension, release them. And then go up your neck, noticing if there's tension in your neck. Sometimes we feel a lot of tension here. Just giving yourself permission to relax right now. Notice the back of your head and your mouth. Release your jaw, let it go. Notice your nose, your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead, and all the way to the top of your head. Now notice your entire body. It's kind of like you're watching yourself from above, kind of like an angel. So noticing what your body is feeling now. Give it permission to rest, to relax, to be calm. Sit here for a couple moments. You can keep your eyes closed or a soft gaze. I'm right here, and I will call you back awake when you need to. We'll have about 2 minutes in this resting pose. So just noticing what your body feels, trying not to judge what it's feeling, and let your body melt into the ground. And I'll call you back up in about 2 minutes. If this feels really uncomfortable for you, you can notice where you're feeling your breath. So your hand can be on your heart, your hand can be on your belly, and just counting your breathing. Sometimes being mindful is really hard, but your breath is always there. So in times of stress, in times when your body is just so tense, you can come back to your powerful breath, counting 1 in, 1 out, or noticing that your breath is there. And keep breathing. We'll be here for another 1.5 minutes. Keep noticing what your body is feeling. If there are thoughts, that's okay. Notice the thoughts and then focus on your breath again. Keep breathing. Start to deepen your breath, so take a bigger breath into your belly. Breathe out. Big breath in. Breathe out. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles, just waking up your body again. Roll the other way. If you're laying down, take a nice full body stretch. If you're seated, take a full body stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're laying down, slowly find your way up to a seated position, like me. If you're seated, stay there. If you're on your chair, you can stay on your chair. Again, sitting nice and tall. Lifting up by a string, nice, beautiful postures. We're gonna do one last mindfulness calming exercise before we end. Thank you so much for joining today. So anytime that you're feeling really stressed out, mindfulness is basically noticing that you're stressed out and saying that that's okay. Noticing, wow, Erica, you're really stressed. That's okay. I'm still able to do something after this. I'm still able to do my homework. I'm still able to do my workout. I'm still able to be with my family. So it's not ignoring the stress or the feelings of tension. It's just knowing that they're there, and that's okay. So sitting nice and tall, your hands are gonna be together in your prayer pose, nice and pressing. This is kind of like a balloon exercise for calming. So you're inhaling to open the balloon, exhale, deflate the balloon. Keep going, 3 more times. Two more times. Make the balloon as big as you can. One last time, inhale the balloon. And exhale. And rub your hands together. Putting some heat in there. As fast as you can. And then keep it still. And notice what your hands are feeling. Notice if there are tingly feelings, if there's heat. And that's being mindful, just noticing what's happening in your body. Squeeze your hands tightly in prayer pose. To end our yoga class, we say namaste. Namaste means the light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Because we're all teachers. We're teaching each other. We're being here with each other. And I really thank you for your company. So take a big breath in, big breath out, and namaste. Thank you. If you have any questions, just make a comment on the video or at the bottom of the video. If you have any poses that you would really like to try next time, or any feedback for me, I'd really welcome that. Have a really good day, guys. Good to see you. Bye.